Hello and welcome back to MTEL. Right, today we are working on this old white transporter. It come in because it had a busted water pump, but I've already fixed the water pump. So, what I've got to do now though, is I've got to replace the primary drive belt because it was skidding on the water pump pulley and it's worn it away pretty bad. So I've got to do that, but to get the primary off, you obviously have got to take off your power steering belt. So, the belts are already off. So all I'm going to do now is show you how to put the belts back on and how to set up your power steering belt as well. So that's what we're going to do now. Right, let's get to work.
Action.
Right, underneath the motor now. So, as you can see, I've already got the belts off and I've already done the water pump, which is behind here. Now what you do is I've cracked the bolt off up here, which is the primary bolt which holds it on. Which, as you can see, I can pretty much do that up with my fingers. Crank that all the way up. So, right. Now, what I've done is I've slackened this bolt off. 13, what's 13? Over there. Right, slacken this 13mm off. Slacken that 13mm off, if you imagine. There's a sprung-loaded like tensioner underneath here. I've slackened that off and I've pulled the alternator right down, so it's as close in as it can go, and then I've nipped the bolt back up. And by doing that, I've made my life... Where's the belt? I can't find the V belt, Jace. Doing my nutting. I am gonna lose it.
Where's the... There's this little V belt here.
Is it brand new? No.
Nice.
I need that one as well.
Right, that's next to that drive belt. There's a V belt here.
Is it still in its packaging?
Yeah, it's a 6PK.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes. That's it. That's what I want.
That's what I want.
That's what I want. Right. Back down. Right, so get our new belt. Boom. I'll put that on that way. Right, so that goes on there. Slip that off there over main pulley, then boom around the bottom, and that should do it like that. Perfect, like that. So that's now on. And then what you do with this, what we're going to do is we're going to find the top bolt. The top bolt's up there. Do it up, and then we're going to undo it, slacken it off like that. Then we're going to crack this off, and theoretically, as we crack it off, there it goes. See that? Self tensions by itself. Now, if it doesn't, you want to be able to do a quarter of a turn on the belt like that. See? So, see that? If you're having to load it by hand, it's got to be able to turn quarter of a turn. Then you just do that bolt up there, lock that back off. Lock that one off. You don't have to strangle them, you just literally. That's that one. And this one. That's it. That's done. If you take this water pump pulley off, that is 15 foot-pound, which I'm just about going to tighten up. 10, do up 16, like a better 16. Right, come on. Won't play the game. There's that one. That one. Nothing last but not least. Let's go for this one. Right. Let me sometimes you can get hold of them. That's it. That's that one. Turn that around a bit more. That's it. That's that. Right, so water pump pulley is now done up, and now we got to do our power steering pump. Now this is the interesting one. Now this is like kind of like doing the old pulley on the Beetle, where it's got the old washers on it. There are a certain amount of washers on there. Now for washers, see these? So these shims, and then what happens is if your belt's too tight, you transfer these shims to the inside of the pulley, then it makes the gap wider and theoretically slackens the belt. So basically, if you transfer the shims from the inside to the outside, it will get tighter. If you transfer the shims from the outside to the inside, it will get looser, so the hole will get bigger. To actually start putting it back together, let's find one hole like so. And you get it up like so. So you start doing this bolt up, and then like so. You get the other belt, other ones, and line them up like so. So if you want the belt tighter, you take a shim from the inside and move it to the outside. If you want to make your belt looser, take from the outside, put it in the inside. And then these I've done up to 15 foot-pound this should be, if I remember correctly. And slowly but surely all you do, you keep working the bolts around like that, spin it a bit more, and then what should happen is it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and that belt's getting tighter as well. And you get to a certain point where I need to switch and get the actual socket. So that's got a nice bit of deflection, see? I always say you can normally just about play a tune on them. And bong. So there, I would say that's not too bad. It's a little loose, but with these they're a bit hard, because if you take if I take a shim out now, I'll take a shim out and put it on the outside and try and make it tighter, it will be too tight. And then what happens if you make this too tight, it pulls on this and can undo your crank pulley, or undo the main bolts round your crank pulley, or it can even undo the centre nut if you have your belts too tight. So sometimes it can be better, as long as they're not squealing all the time and they only squeal on full lock, that's not too bad. And that's what I would say. So expect them to squeal when you crank it round and hold it on full lock, but it shouldn't be squealing just when you're turning the steering wheel. Like that. And then we get our torque wrench. We set come on. One. Two. You want doing that? If you can see that. Put it on that. Ooh. Right, it's nearly there. That's them belts done. Oh, simple as. That's that one, that one. It's that quarter turn that I said about. See, quarter turn. Bottom bolt's done up. Make sure this top one's up. Yeah, that's good. That's nipped. We're sweet. We're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah, simple as. Right, there you go. Hope that's been helpful about doing your power belts, your power steering belt, main alternator belt. I hope this video has been helpful. If so, like and subscribe, and we'll go from there.